Hi, we're back at Greg's Games, and we're doing another draft, but this time it is a pre-release sealed draft, which means it's different than the last draft we did. So we're going to learn a new way to draft and maybe actually win this time. So, come on inside. So I'm back at my local-ish game store, and we're doing a pre-release draft, and this one is a little different than last time. And I remembered to bring some other things and forgot other things. So I actually this time have card protectors. I'm proud of myself for remembering that. I forgot my mat, so I'm borrowing a mat. And I have my dice, and I remembered a deck box. So I can at least keep the cards protected as I'm playing with them this time. So yeah, I got here early. I registered, signed in, got all set up, and yeah, I've got coffee. I get to relax. It's new people from last time, so I'm excited to make some friends, and also maybe this time I will actually win. So yeah, we'll see how this goes.
So like last time, we started off with the owner of the store explaining to us that it was going to be best 2 out of 3 with 3 rounds. He explained to us the pricing and just some general rule of thumb. Raise your hand if you had questions for a judge or anything like that. This is the pre-release box I got by doing this draft. I may have struggled a little to open it, but that's normal, at least for me. So we end up taking home all of the cards that we get in the box, whether we use them or not. The pre-release box also comes with a life counter die and a couple other goodies like a special card. So with an hour time limit, we have to open all 6 play boosters that come in the pre-release box set and then build a deck from the cards we just happen to get. And while this sounds easy, it's not. At least not for me, who can't decide what they want to do. And I also am distracted by the pretty cards, so I also just kind of want to play the pretty cards, even if they don't make sense in a deck. But I did finally settle on a deck. 40 minutes in.
Okay, so I opened all of the packs and made my deck, I think. I really wanted to use Haunt the Network just because I really liked how the card functioned. So I built a lot of this around Haunt the Network. And also I had Clamorous Ironclad that I pulled 2 of, but I'm only putting 1 in. And I really liked how that card also worked along with Apocalypse Runner. And I really, really, really like Apocalypse Runner. So I figured it's a mixture of a lifelink deck along with some blue screwery and some just general really cool things that involve start your engine. So that was kind of my goal with this. A lot of it really is just Haunt the Network though, and making sure I have enough artifacts and artifact creatures on the board to, whenever I get to use that card, have a really big swing on my opponent and hopefully take them out. That's really what my goal is. I also found that I pulled a Gear Seeker Serpent, and it has an affinity for artifacts, so it costs 1 less for each artifact I control. So I figured it wouldn't end up being the 7 mana. I probably can get it down a little bit, so that way it's a bit more reasonable of a cost value. And then I really like Streaking Oligarcher. I'm probably mispronouncing that.
Editor Nikki here. I don't know how I messed up. I really don't know. It is Oil Gorger. You know what? I tried.
Because I was flying and haste, and last time I learned if I didn't have flying, I kind of got screwed. So I'm going with flying. And yeah, this is the entirety of my spread. We're going to hope it works together since it is a black, red, blue. And I don't think I've played with a deck like that, but we're here to try new things.
So for folks wondering, this is the spread of cards I had. Pause if you really want to see what cards I had in my deck. And the rest of the event went pretty similarly to how the other event went. It was the same amount of time for the 3 rounds. Your opponents were randomized. Some folks had a move. Store owner was really nice, and because I had all my equipment, let me sit in the same spot the whole time. And overall, I think I did better this time, even though the deck was technically harder to play with. I did at times feel like I was keeping up with my opponent, while other times, definitely, absolutely not one bit. Plus, a lot of it really was just how lucky my card pulls were at that time, and if I had enough lands to do whatever it is I was trying to do.
So I lost all 3 rounds, but I did win 1 match, which means I got cool shinies, including a box topper, which has the cool like gold type cards. Which I'm super excited about. So we'll see what we get. Y'all can look first, which is a swamp, and ooh.
I feel like I had to play around it.
Okay.
Like I
Shiny.
waited for him to play it.
Sweet. So, yeah, overall, still had fun. Learned my lesson about 3 mana colors.
I think I had
Learned my lesson. It's fine. I decided to do something silly. It's okay. So, thank you, Greg's Games, for having me. I had a blast just like last time. I won 1 compared to losing all of them last time, so I can't complain. And thank you, Magic the Gathering, for having me be an ambassador for Aether Drift. Folks, the link is below if you want to pick up your own play booster, collector boosters, or the commander decks, which, y'all, you should be, if you play commander. They look really good. But, yeah, I guess we will see y'all next time. Okay, thanks, bye.